Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kitty Mary and today is another video in my I am playing The Sims and just having a good time series, but with a specific purpose this time because Jens and I bought a house and it's still a little bit unreal to me. In my last video where I talked about it, we didn't have the final go, which we do now. We've signed the papers, we're getting a house in May. I am so excited. I am so excited that I built that house in The Sims. It's completely unfurnished at this point and we are going to furnish it together because I have a lot of plans. I love decor, I love interior, but I also like to do it in a sustainable way. So that's what we're going to focus on. But before we do that, this video is sponsored. This video is sponsored by Skillshare, and if you don't know Skillshare, it's an online learning community with thousands of different courses. And specifically, if you're moving into, I don't know, let's say a new house where you need a lot of skills that you didn't need before, a platform like Skillshare might be really beneficial. I've been looking through that platform to find skills and classes I can take to learn more about house maintenance, house improvements, home improvements, etc. I found so many amazing and inspiring courses. The first 1,000 people to click the link in the description will also get a free trial of Skillshare Premium. So click those links. Yeehaw. I don't know why that was a yeehaw moment. Let's decorate my house in The Sims.
So this is our house. I am incredibly excited for this. It has this really big living room slash kitchen situation, and there's a little terrace outside. I'm thinking this is going to work in the way where I'm going to just decorate the kitchen slash living room today, and then if you want to, I can do another video for some of the other rooms later. But today I want to solely focus on this room, also because it's the room I'm the most excited about. So first of all, I'm thinking we need a bigger pantry situation. There is this big weird hole right here. So I'm just trying to fill that in with some pantry goods. Let's ignore that some of these things that I'll use are actually from the pet kit package. So they're actually just pet treats. Pay that no mind. Jens and I were actually talking about how perhaps it would be better to have like a closed pantry, simply just to avoid all the jars getting super dusty, but I really like the look of this shelf specifically, so that's why we're going with that. And the doors, and I think I've showed you this in the clip as well, but the doors are very like 70s. They have like this burnt wood color, and our real estate agent thought that could be a good idea to paint them white to sort of make everything match, but we're thinking that we have a lot of this wood colored furniture, so it's gonna match really, really well. So bringing more wood colors honestly into this black and white room is really something that I want to do because it's very modern, very black and white, and nothing I wouldn't necessarily have seen myself in. So we have to really make this our own. But there's a lot of potential, and overall I've learned through the process of looking at houses that I would rather have a basic starter home, something that is modern, something that works. You can hear my rings click. It's fine. So yeah, just in case you were really wondering, that doesn't really look like the Kitty Mary aesthetic, it's going to look like that. Eventually, that's the hope at least. Other than that, we are looking at a room with really large windows and very close to the street, so I'm thinking curtains for sure. Also, there is this big kitchen island in the middle, and it's perfect for like lunch or breakfast, etc. So we're going to look for high chairs or like bar stools, but every bar stool I've found secondhand so far has been absolutely not what I've been looking for. Like, not really the vibe. So we're going to scour the secondhand stores, the secondhand apps to find something that's wood colored, because we haven't really been able to. It's all been like metals and plastic, and we want to soften the room up with different types of toned wood. Also, have you seen like this little blue pot? You remember this from my kitchen? It was in The Sims. I think it was absolutely perfect. There's a lot of space on the walls for shelves, and I don't really know what the plan is in terms of making use of that space. We might end up doing something completely different, but I am thinking about having like the big pantry space, and then next to it, on the other side of the wall-ish, having another type of pantry space. Also, there are very few kitchen appliances in The Sims, so we have to use this ice cream maker to sort of symbolize the air fryer, to symbolize the blender. Also, the tiles in this room are actually like heated, which I haven't ever had before, and it's pretty neat. The ceiling in this house is actually like this, so I don't know what we're going to do in terms of lighting. The lighting options that were there when we were looking at the house wasn't necessarily the best option. It really looked weird, so we'll have to look for some cute lamps, and I think it's really hard to find like lighting that looks cute. Anyway, by the stove there is this just a little patch of weird black tiles, and I think I want to make that entire wall tiled somehow. And I love like the, you know, like the subway metro tiles, like the white tiles. I know some people might call it basic. I would call it classic. Also, I found another pantry that might look more like things that we actually want. So just gonna change that up for a while, because I think that's going to be better. There's going to be less dust on the jars, and they're also going to be, you know, just overall less mess and cooking oils and steams, etc. It's going to be better that way. Anyway, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with tiles. I hope I will be able to find them secondhand, but this was my overall vision, you know, to have like that back wall with tiles instead of just a tiny stripe of tiles, which was an odd choice in my opinion, but that's something we can easily fix. And that's the level of things that need fixing in this house, which I definitely think is a good idea for us to start out with at least. Because neither Jens nor I are especially handy or DIY-ish. Like, we can paint and we can change a few things here and there, but we don't want to build something completely from scratch or renovate a lot. On the other side of the room, there's just this big white wall, and I think I want to do something in terms of color, but I couldn't really find the right color in The Sims, so I'm thinking like a dusty muted olive green, if that makes sense, and I couldn't find that, so I ended up just going with brown because I think that symbolizes what I wanted the best in terms of the muted tone, which was important. The other ones were either too pastel or too bright, not really my jam. But I want to paint that wall a certain color. I think that could be really, really cool. And we're going to have the picture wall up there. We're going to have picture walls everywhere in this house, by the way. I have so much art, I don't know what to do with it. I have an idea of where to get paint that are more sustainable, but looking into that is going to be like a deep dive for sure. But I think it could soften up the room a lot more as well, which is what I want. This is something that is a huge privilege when it comes to the room that we have now, like the space, is that we have several places for storage. And I would love to have table covers, towels, etc. stored the places where we need it. Right now, everything is stored in our bedroom. So our closet, our wardrobe is just filled up with all these other types of textiles that are not clothing related. Also, let it be known, this is one of my decor dreams. I want a round table. I think round tables are beautiful and amazing, and I don't know if I'm going to like have something custom made from reclaimed wood, or if I can find it already, you know, pre-loved secondhand. Either one of those options is going to be fine in my opinion, but I love the idea of a round table. And then I found these chairs in The Sims that look a lot like a chair from Werner Penton. If I could find these secondhand, I would die happy, honestly. Jens is not super sold on these chairs because they are having like an ick gravity feeling, and he's afraid that they will break, and I don't think they will. But I think this like 60s aesthetic with the rounded corners, etc. is so cute, and I think I want to let myself be inspired by that in the decor. Overall, the clutter in The Sims that is available, I have some cost and content as well, so I know that's not terribly helpful, but the clutter, I love the clutter, because I am a cluttered person myself. Not bad clutter, but good clutter. Like, I have a lot of small decor items that I want to incorporate and let come to life, so to speak, in the decor, so that's really interesting. And obviously, plants. Half me playing The Sims is me putting plants into homes, seriously, and also real life. Nailed it. Now the living room space, because we've done the kitchen, we've done an eating area, dining area, but I also need a living space. And I have an idea of a couch, and this was the closest thing I could find in The Sims. Again, not 100%, but I want like a burnt orange, brown, yellow, mustard, autumn-ish colored camel, caramel couch, a big one. A couch big enough for at least 2 people to take a nap at the same time. That's what I want. And I really like this like rosy kind of pink, kind of orange tangerine, I think is the color. I love that one in The Sims, and I think it's from Dream Home, that expansion, where you got these modules you could put together, which is pretty neat for decor, and sort of try to make that same kind of 60s inspired vibe, rounded corners, etc. I don't know what we're going to do couch wise actually, because it will need to be a secondhand couch ideally, and that might not be available secondhand. So we'll have to wait. Honestly, it's one of those things I'm both looking forward to, but also know that it's going to require some patience because I want to furnish my home primarily using secondhand things. You will have to accumulate them over time. You can't just go out and buy everything in one go. So what I'm making here is also a rendition of what ideally could work, and that might change a million times as well. And you need a little bit more patience when you do things this way, because you can't just go to IKEA or any other furniture store and get everything you need in one go. It's not really how it works. And it shouldn't work that way either, arguably. Some people would say, some people being me. And I'm looking forward to that process so much, accumulating all these things over time and doing it in the most sustainable way that you possibly can, you know. But I'm also trying to find things in The Sims that sort of look a little bit like things that I already have, because obviously we're not going to discard any of the furniture that we own now. We're going to find use for them and not discard anything that works completely fine. That would defeat the point just a teeny tiny bit. So that's not what's happening here either. Behind the door on the left, there is a staircase down to the basement where there is a laundry room and where there also is like a pantry. And through the other door, there's the hallway that leads to the bedrooms. And then there is another living room in the house as well, which I'm really excited about because we are going to turn that into a game room. And I haven't really settled on the decor yet, but we're thinking it's going to be sort of Art Deco inspired, it could be amazing and cool. And there we will have the bar cart, the board games, the D&D things, the board game table, all that stuff is going to be in there, which is going to be really cool. And then I also have my office and the bedroom that I'm really looking forward to do as well. I am also excited to show you the bathrooms, specifically one bathroom that is very influencer content creator pretty. I am super excited, and let me know if you want to see me decorate those rooms as well. And that was the first room of the house. That was the kitchen / dining area / living space, and I hope you want to see me decorate some of these other rooms. Let me tell you, I'm going to decorate them either way, so the question is if you want me to record me decorating them or not. I think this could be really, really fun, even though the thing of buying a house and the entire process and what could come with it can be and has the potential to be quite unsustainable. On the other hand, it also has the potential to be super sustainable, so it's really what you make of it. And I'm just excited to see how we do things, and we're just gonna learn while doing, I guess. Anyway, thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. You can find the link down below also to the course I mentioned. Thank you so much for being here. Let me know in the comments if there's anything you want me to build specifically, or if you have any good ideas or any experiences regarding house buying, decorating houses, etc. you want to share with me. I am all ears. I would really love to know, honestly. And other than that, thank you for watching. Take really good care of yourselves. Until next time. I cannot reach the camera because I have my mic here. So we're just gonna do an outro like this. That might be the least amount of cool I've ever been, but I digress. Thank you so much for watching this video, and also a special thank you to my Patreon supporters. You guys help me create green, zero-waste content, and I love you guys. You can find the links to my social media accounts down below and the link to my Patreon on this screen. Bye!